writer, scholar by the name of Socrates. And he said, an unexamined life is not worth living. An unexamined life is not worth living. You see, many people in this life here now do not try and discover who they are. They don't go on the voyage of self-discovery. They're too busy caught up in TV news, TV porn, fear porn, the latest gossip, what's going on in the media, but they're not concentrating on themselves. You see, there must be a purpose as to why we are here, why we are on earth. And many people don't question that. And it's only when it comes to death or when we're close to death that people question why they're here. So many people are looking out there for answers when the answers lie within. An unexamined life is not worth living, says Socrates. Now, there's so many people who are distracted by the social media and they're distracted by TV and the news and all this fear instead of focusing on themselves, or they're looking for other people to try to answer their questions for them, to try and find solutions for them. So they turn to their preachers, they turn to their scholars, they turn to their teachers, and they turn to their MPs and lawyers, thinking that these people have the answers for them. An unexamined life is not worth living, according to Socrates. Why do many of us, and I'm not saying all people, but why do many of us not look at our life and examine our lives more deeply as to why we're here? What is our purpose? Surely it wasn't to come down here to watch TV, to get caught up in gossip, to get caught up in entertainment. Surely there's a purpose as to why we're here. As poet Juvenal, a Roman poet, said, give the people bread and circus. Give the people bread and circuses. It's a form of appeasement. And people like the government like to appease people by giving them entertainment, by creating things like fear. And these things stop people from becoming their true selves or from discovering their true selves. Give the people bread and circuses. An unexamined life is not worth living. Now, in Bristol in the UK, for example, they're now talking about the local council, emptying dustbins just once a month instead of every fortnight, just once a month. There was a time when bins were emptied every week. Then they made it every fortnight. And now they're talking about making the bins empty. Now they're talking about the bins only being collected once a month. Could you imagine the amount of vermin around? Rats, foxes, pigeons, all kinds of birds trying to get into these bins. And there's some people who say, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to leave it to someone else to sort that out. That's what I'm talking about. Things such as this. Why would you leave it for someone else to try and solve the problem and you not try and solve the problem yourself? Give the people bread and circuses. An unexamined life is not worth living. We should be on a voyage of self-discovery, trying to find out more about ourselves. And I think that is our purpose for being here. Not to be distracted by TV, not to be distracted by radio, not to be distracted by mass media, not to be distracted by people such as P. Diddy, and whether he deserves to be in prison or not. Focusing on Jay-Z, focusing on some of these other celebrities. We should be focusing on ourselves and going through a phase of self-discovery. An unexamined life is not worth living, said Socrates. Give the people bread and circuses, said Juvenal. An unexamined life is not worth living. We should be on the verge of self-discovery. And as Abraham Maslow once said, we should be trying to reach our full potential. This is Eldad Amara with another video, over and out.